Right now, President Trump is on the ground in Texas with Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz to make their case for what they think is a $5.7 billion wall that we need. The president is adamant about not reopening the government until he specifically gets his wall, or now what he calls a barrier, same thing. And in his Oval Office address, he made it clear he now wants one made of steel.
As part of an overall approach to border security, law enforcement professionals have requested $5.7 billion for a physical barrier. At the request of Democrats, it will be a steel barrier rather than a concrete wall. This barrier is absolutely critical to border security. It's also what our professionals at the border want and need.
And apparently, President Trump believes much of that wall has already been built since he took office, except, of course, that's not true. Here's what we are looking at. The U.S. border with Mexico is 1,954 miles long. President Trump often said he wants a 1,000-mile wall made of concrete or steel, and he commissioned 8 prototypes. But guess what? Nothing based on these prototypes has been built or funded by Congress.
Wait, how much?
Nothing. Zero. Zippo. Zilch. Before President Trump took office, there was already a variety of barriers 654 miles long. And since becoming president, zero. No new miles of barriers have been built. Zero.
You keep saying that they have.
Some existing barriers were replaced. Congress has approved 124 miles of new and replacement barriers using designs that are already in place, according to the Department of Homeland Security. Of those, only 40 miles of replacement barriers have actually been built or even started.
What?
Officials expect to begin work on an additional 61 miles this year. And next month, construction will begin on 14 miles of new barriers, which would be the first extension of the barriers, wait for it, that already exist.
All right, so now let's...
The point I'm just trying to make is, if it's so important, why is the president not telling the truth?
Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.